First of all, you have a gun on you?
Yes.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because it's crazy around here. It's an open carry, Florida.
Well, it's not open carry. It's you're allowed to have concealed, yes, but it's not open carry. Okay.
Florida's open carry. All right. Basically, there was a bunch of sirens. A Mexican ran into a place, and I locked the door, and that's it. An illegal Mexican broke into one of the places. That's all I'm trying to say. I even had to call him one time.
This guy here?
Yes. And all I'm trying to say is that there's a Mexican that's been breaking into that place.
Into a certain apartment?
Yes.
How do you have knowledge of this apartment was being broken into?
Because
you're saying this is a very highly populated Hispanic community.
Okay.
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 So I mean, a lot of Hispanic people live in these apartments.
Okay. Well, there was no lock on the door, and there was a mattress sitting there wrapped up, ready for him to go. They don't have keys, okay? And what they do is they come in, but when they leave to go commit a crime, they can't lock the door. You can lock it from when you get inside, but when you leave, you can't get back in.
But you said the door was open, though.
The door was wide open.
Yeah.
Because whenever they leave, they can't get back in because they don't have a key because they broke in.
But that's not your job, brother.
It's an American's job, right? It's America. We can do citizen's arrest.
Where are you collecting a paycheck from?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
I mean, I collect paychecks from, I'm an artist. I'm a designer, okay? And like I said, man, I'm not here to hurt you guys. I'm cool. I'm just trying to stop these Mexicans from crossing the border, committing a whole bunch of crimes against all these, tourists, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can we all run here?
I'm cool, dude. I'm not here to hurt no one. All I want to do is stop Mexicans from breaking in these places and these people letting Mexicans stay there. That's all.
Well, first of all, they're allowed to stay here, man.
Not if you don't pay the rent, right? You just break in.
But that's not up to you. That's up to them. If they want to call us, they can call us. That's not up to you.
I just wanted to make sure that there's not a bunch of illegal Mexicans staying in there. I'm not trying to harm anyone. I just want to make sure, man, we got so many illegal Mexicans crossing the border and committing crimes right now that it's ridiculous, okay?
This infuriating piece of police body cam footage out of Orange County, Florida, shows the exact mindset that Donald Trump's ICE agents are operating under and the real-world effects his dehumanizing rhetoric has.
You can't just drive around town and start detaining people and doing your own investigation.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Did you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you have a Class D security license, you can do the job that they are hiring for on their property. Okay. It's like if at a bar, okay, you work the door and the front sidewalk. You can't be going out to the parking lot, man, and detaining cats out in the parking lot.
I understand.
You understand that?
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't be driving around town, man, being like damn Batman.
I understand.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's dangerous. I don't understand, man.
If you're working as a security guard, you have to have a special license to carry a firearm while you're a security guard.
Class G.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's not going to get.
And you put in for a Class D. So that means you can't even have the gun when you're doing anything.
I got you.
Okay?
Yeah.
Class D is like the guys that work at Disney World.
I got you, man.
This piece of paper, don't allow you to go around or a damn vigilante, man.
I got you, bro.
Your hands scaring me, man.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just wanting to.
Well, you got a gun on you, then.
No, I got you, dude.
Hey, put your hands up for a second. Where's your firearm?
It's right here on my left.
All right. Put your phone down.
All right, bro. Listen, bro, I'm not trying to do anything, man.
Where's your firearm?
It's right here.
Bend your elbow.
Hold on, relax.
Hold on, bro.
Where's your firearm?
Right here, man. Yeah.
Right, you want to grab that for a second?
Listen, bro. I'm cool, guys. I'm just trying to help people, man. That's all I got, dude. Okay? I have a knife.
Meet Stephen Donovan. This is not a federal agent. This is a 47-year-old Florida man riding a bike who decided he was going to take the law into his own hands and become Trump's secret police. According to the Orange County deputies, Donovan went to the Sable Palm apartment complex in Orlando. There, he approached a worker and told him he was a Homeland Security officer. He said he was there to investigate the so-called illegal immigrants in the area. And just to make sure that worker took him seriously, Donovan didn't just show a fake badge, he flashed a real gun in his jacket. He demanded the worker open apartment doors, attempting to gain access to private residences under false pretenses and under duress. This is vigilantism with a firearm. When that worker, a hero in this story, did the right thing and escaped to call authorities, Donovan followed him, knocking wildly on doors and windows, screaming that he was the police. He was physically, visibly unhinged. And let's be clear about what he said he was doing. When the deputies finally got him, he told them explicitly he was there to make sure Mexicans were not illegally residing at the complex. This is not about border security, folks. This is about racial profiling and fascist terror. This is the level of racist, vigilante rage that Trump's immigration crusade has unleashed on this country. It is not just about policy. It is about empowering ordinary people to become deportation thugs. Donovan is a sick product of the dehumanizing anti-immigrant propaganda machine. He's an American citizen who has no authority whatsoever, but he feels completely entitled to brandish a weapon and terrorize immigrant families because he believes he is doing the president's bidding. That's where we are. Watch the disconnect here. Watch how the deputies are dealing with this unhinged vigilante versus how we know local law enforcement often deals with unarmed citizens of color. I have to give these local Orange County officers credit. They're handling this crazed armed self-appointed immigration officer with calm and professionalism. They're trying to de-escalate this man who is riding a bike, flashing a gun, actively harassing residents with remarkable patience. But the shocking part is why this man felt he had the right to do this in the first place. This is the influence of Trump and the GOP's propaganda in action. For years, they have constantly declared immigrants are invaders and criminals and that our borders are wide open and lawless. They painted a picture of catastrophic national failure that only extrajudicial action can solve. This rhetoric doesn't just change votes, it actually radicalizes people. It tells unhinged individuals like Stephen Donovan that the federal government is too weak or too compromised to do its job. So real patriots must step up and arm themselves. Donovan's actions weren't random. He was attempting to use the threat of ICE, of Trump's deportation force, to induce terror. He was using the powerful systemic fear generated by Homeland Security and ICE as his personal weapon. He didn't impersonate a plain police officer. He chose the agency associated with fear, roundups, deportation. When the leadership of a political party constantly declares that immigration is an existential violent crisis, it influences people to put other people's lives in danger. This man showed a weapon. This man demanded entry into private homes, and he terrorized legal residents, all because he bought into the lie that he was a foot soldier for national security. This is the end result of white nationalist fantasies being legitimized by our president of the United States. The blood of innocent people is on the hands of the politicians who fan these flames of fear. This is not just a Florida man story. It's a warning sign of the political violence Trumpism is cultivating. And if you aren't infuriated by his behavior, just wait until you hear the sheer, unadulterated entitlement he exudes as he is finally taken into custody.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, though, that I'm trying to help people, and it looks bad that,
Well, you're going about the whole wrong way.
I got you, bro. I'm new to this. Like I said, man, I'm not here to hurt no one, bro. I have the right to bear arms. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to go home. I live by myself, man. Okay, yes, sir.
No, leave everything down for a second.
Okay. Yeah, I want you near that knife.
But that's my gun, dude.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay. I just want to go home, man.
Okay.
I'm not like working for the police department. I'm not working for Disney. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, like, now I know I'm not going to be riding around being crazy. I'm 47 years old. I haven't hurt anyone yet. I'm just saying I'm cool, man.
The word "yet" scares me.
I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying. But I'm not saying I don't plan on hurting anyone. I'm here to defend myself.
You see an open door, you call 911. Okay. You don't just, now you're opening yourself up, okay, to get injured, or to get in trouble, or to shoot someone when you haven't been fully trained on when cold, when and when not to shoot. Okay.
Yes.
So you go there and some guy, some guy runs at you without a gun, and you shoot him. You're going to go to jail for life.
I understand.
And they're going to throw away the damn key.
Yes, sir.
Because you weren't trained in when to shoot and when not to shoot, when to pull your gun, when not to pull your gun. Okay.
Like I said, man, I'm not trying to commit I'm not trying to cause any problems. I just want to go home and be safe.
Well, if you're gonna do stuff, you gotta read. If you're gonna carry a firearm, you gotta read when you can use it and when you can't use it, where you can carry it, where you can't carry it. Because there's places you can't carry, even with the law.
I got you.
All right. You gotta know what your security license actually lets you do. Put your hands behind your back.
Why?
Don't.
Hey, but relax.
No, I don't have it. I didn't commit any crime.
You did.
Why?
The first thing I
No, I'm not.
Can you give me a light?
No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't. No, I did not. What's proof of that?
What's that?
What's the proof of that?
Then you told them that you're law enforcement. You wanted to
There's no proof of that.
open the room.
Say that?
You did.
No, I did not.
I didn't do anything.
All right.
But there's nothing I've done. Why are you arresting me? I'm trying to.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know how many times I'd tell
you guys that.
Yeah, you're supposed to call us.
No, I'm supposed to
Because
call
we're
you
the
guys.
law enforcement officers. You are not a law enforcement officer.
I was just about to call you guys. I just showed up here.
All
I
right.
didn't even get a chance to call you.
All right.
You run.
Hold on. You guys told me that I'm supposed to call you. Now I'm getting arrested.
You didn't call.
No, this is ridiculous. I was just about to call you. I'm just saying. I was just about to call you. Okay?
You think the bars and all the Coast Guard figure this shit out?
Listen, man. You guys just listen. You guys should just let me go and let me fucking go home, man. This is bullshit. I'm just trying to fucking help the country, and all I'm doing is walk. I'm not trying to even patrol. I'm just an American citizen, riding my bike around. Okay.
Okay. Okay. It doesn't mean you're a security guard for the United States of America.
He presented the deputies with a Class D security license application card and the application. He demanded they recognize his authority. He told them straight-faced they couldn't arrest him because he was, quote, a cop. He genuinely believed that his self-appointed status as an immigration vigilante shielded him from local law and order. He wasn't just ignoring the law. He was asserting his own superiority over it. That entitlement is everything. It's the idea that if you claim the right ideology, if you say the right racist buzzwords, if you are doing the bidding of Donald Trump, the rules, Constitution, the law do not apply to you. It's the paramount example of how the MAGA movement has corrupted the concept of authority, turning it into a privilege reserved only for those who hate the same people they hate. But the final critical point is that this guy, this armed vigilante riding a bike, was ultimately emboldened by ICE's own systemic actions. He is a symptom of system-wide disease. When ICE itself behaves like a rogue, unaccountable force, when it ignores due process, engages in racial profiling, operates with impunity, it sends a devastating message to the public. Lawlessness is rewarded. The Trump administration has systematically encouraged and celebrated this type of extreme, unchecked border-first mindset. When ICE acts like a secret police force operating outside the confines of civil rights, it gives permission to any unhinged individual, any Florida man with a bike and a gun, to do the same. This is the real danger. It's not just that immigrant communities are terrorized. It's that the emboldened actions of vigilantes, directly influenced by presidential rhetoric and federal agency practices, actively make every single person in this country less safe. Everyone is more at risk when the law becomes a suggestion for those who claim to be doing the government's dirty work. We must reject this radical lawlessness. We must reject the cultural rot that allows a man to arm himself and terrorize his neighbors in the name of the president. And we must start by holding the people who cultivate this mindset, starting with the Trump administration, accountable for the terror they are unleashing on American communities.